I think the biggest misconception I had when starting out at Gilson Gray as a trainee was that um, partners would be these sort of mysterious beasts that you couldn't go and speak to. You'd have to sort of speak to someone, to speak to someone, to speak to someone, to speak to the partner. It's not like that at all. The partners are every single one of them at the firm are extremely nice. You can ask them any question you want. You'll never be looked at like you're stupid. They're all there to help.
For future trainees, I think the most important thing is just to be yourself. The trainee interview is an opportunity to show the people interviewing you who you are, what you can bring to the firm. And you just need to remember they're not there to test you, they're just there to find out who you are as a person and what you can bring to the team. And at the same time, they're there to ask you to answer any questions you might have about the firm, about the culture, because it's really important. At the end of the day, it's where you're going to be spending 2 years minimum. The application process was different because it's all about you. I don't think I had to answer a single question about the law itself. It's just about you as a person. The highlight for me was asking about my favourite film. I panicked and went for Billy Elliot, and the deep dive into that wasn't the most enjoyable, but I got there in the end.
How would I describe the traineeship in 3 words? I would probably say engaging, rewarding, and I suppose business. I say that last one because Gilson Gray is all about understanding the business's culture and just driving the firm forward and helping the clients in the best way that we can. I think future trainees at Gilson Gray can expect a lot of client engagement from day one, whether it be on the phones or by email or when we get back to normal times in client meetings and the like, which is fantastic. It's how you learn from people. It's how you learn how the business operates. It's how you learn how your clients' businesses operate. It's quite amazing what you can learn from people in such a short space of time. And I suppose with that comes a lot of responsibility. You're there to assist the clients, but at the same time, being a trainee is all about learning. You've always got somebody to ask. You've always got somebody to help you. So you shouldn't get too stressed. And it is just a fun place to work. Well, my biggest success, I suppose, as a trainee, I think just starting to bring in, your own clients is really rewarding. Whether it be, if I'm in the real estate team and I've bought a few of my friends their first flats, which is it's quite a nice thing to be involved in. Also other clients, more corporate sort of clients, where I just happened to know somebody in the company. I was able to set up a meeting for one of our other partners and myself to attend, which was quite amazing to see the partners in work. You learn a great deal from them, so always be happy to ask questions. I think what makes the Gilson Gray traineeship so different is the true responsibility you get from the very first day. I remember my first day, I walked into the office, said hello to my team in real estate, and my first task was to call a surveyor and put an offer in on behalf of a client. You know, it's not, you're not just pretending, you're not just filing, you're straight from day one. You've got responsibility. You're communicating with clients, communicating with other lawyers, which is throwing you in at the deep end, but ultimately you reap the rewards once you get some experience under your belt. I've not done the traineeship or the intern application by Zoom. I was lucky enough to start in September 2019, so I think I had about 6 months in the office. But we've been working home for over a year now, and it's been absolutely fine. The communication from the team's been great. We've got a number of Zoom calls every week. We're never off the phone to one another. The open door sort of policy continues at home. You can phone anybody at any time of the day, and they'll always answer, and they'll always be happy to help. And there really is no stupid questions. Going to a property auction with one of the partners in the real estate team, speaking to people sort of buying properties for the very first time. That's when you sort of realise how much you've learned. And if you don't necessarily feel that you have, you're able to answer questions. And the added benefit was the Rangers team happened to be there at the same time. I got to meet Stevie G and Alfie Morelos. It was incredible. Hope that doesn't put too many of you off. But no, it was fantastic.